Welcome to the latest instalment of our Bellarine Life series. Lee Martin joining Andrew Kibbis. Another beautiful day down here in Portarlington, Andrew. Now, when I say to you Portarlington, first words that come to your mind?
Marina, water, seafood.
Good guesses, and the last one, you're almost there. I'm talking about mussels.
These ones?
Similar size to those, but today we're going to jump on a boat behind us here, Portarlington Mussel Tours, and go and see some mussels that are actually grown in water instead of on your little arms there.
Thanks, Lee. Can't wait. Let's jump aboard and have a look at this fantastic business. Now, Lance, we've just pulled these off the road, the mussels. Tell us a bit about what we're seeing here.
When we first plant the mussel, which we put it on this rope when it was that size there, you can see the stunt line.
Yes.
And that was in early December last year. So it's grown from there to here
In 8 months.
in 8 months.
Okay.
And that would be about 6 months growth there from when it was swimming around in the water, which is roughly about this time last year when the mussels are spawning. So a lot of these mussels are spawning now. This long line holds about 350 ropes, and each rope has about 1,600 mussels on it, and we hope to get a yield of about 10 to 15 tonne off each line. In each season we plant roughly 200 of these backbones around the bay. At the moment we're farming on 200 hectares, so what we're looking at here is a male mussel I just opened. I'm really pleasantly surprised because it's nice and fat, and that one's even fatter. It's beautiful. That's a beautiful mussel. This is a male, and I'll open one now and hopefully it'll be a female.
Yeah. Do the female taste any different?
They can. If they're fat, they're sweeter,
Right, okay.
and if they're skinny, they're not.
Hey, Lance, tell us about the importance that mussels play in the environment.
The more mussels we grow here, the better it is for Port Phillip Bay. The mussels take up nutrients via the phytoplankton that they feed on. Phytoplankton is a single cell organism. It just splits and divides. There's hundreds of different species, and that's changing all the time, just depending on the conditions, temperature, salinity, time of the year, that sort of thing. That beautiful natural product, it's a product of the sun and nutrients. Also, mussels take carbon from the atmosphere, so they are considered a carbon sink. So through a process of biomineralisation, they turn carbon into mussel shell, which remains in mussel shell for millions of years.
Yeah.
So it locks up carbon for a long while.
Yes.
We plant 40,000 ropes a year. If you put those ropes end for end, you're looking at 200 kilometres of those big ropes that you saw in the water.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work for us to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's worth it for the beautiful product that we create.
Oh, it's incredible what you've got here.
The vitamins and minerals you get out of shellfish is amazing. Low fat, high in protein, you really can't beat it. Also, the mussel farms themselves, as you'd see, there's lots of other marine species growing on them. It's a very diverse culture that we've got here.
Yeah, that was incredible when you pulled those ropes out, all the different moving species on there. That was a surprise.
So fish love it here as well.
Yes.
So you get lots of fish congregating around the mussel farms, feeding on certain things on the ropes.
I must say, I'm jumping on a big boat today, mussel boat, and I'm thinking it's going to be some old sea shanty. And I get on, it's quite luxurious, the restoration you've done.
I found this boat down in Tassie, so it's an old shark boat. We bought it. We had a guy called Rudy Daan, who's Dutch, and he worked on big trawlers like this all his life, all the crate boats down in Tassie and stuff. So he was a woodwork expert. Pretty sure that's his last big job that he'll do. He was 80 years old. It's named after my mum, who's worked in our business through all the good times and bad times since the early 80s. Mum's always been there.
Now joining me is Connie, who's going to tell us a little bit about the tours themselves.
Well, I'm pretty lucky to be working on this gorgeous boat
think
that
you
Lance has told you about.
Absolutely.
And, it's really the right time for Portarlington to have such a beautiful product that highlights something that's on our doorstep and has been here for a long, long time.
Absolutely.
The tour is a 3-hour gorgeous tour out in the bay, as you can see today. We feature all Bellarine produce on our platters that we start. We'll have local bubbles, local wines from all our favourite. Lizzie and I do a lot of tasting to make sure we get the right stuff.
Quality control,
and, the tour we come straight out to the mussel farms, we taste Lance's and Lizzie's oysters on the way out, we pull up the mussels, we get to harvest them, and then Lizzie cooks us lunch and we sit around and have a great afternoon.
Hey Connie, thanks for an incredible day out on the water. How can people get in touch with us?
It was our pleasure. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all those places. www.portarlingtonmusseltours.com.au, or you might see us hanging around down here at the dock sometime.
Brilliant. I encourage you all to get out and give this a go. It was an incredible few hours on the water. thank you for everyone for tuning in to our latest edition of Bellarine Life.